Okay, let's make a relaxing lavender cordial. And I want to show you this cordial because it's a one, well, it's two, but it's a one herb cordial, and I add a little bit of something else. But I want to inspire you to just, like, if you're growing fresh herbs, if you find some fresh herbs at the farmer's market, to start making cordials with just one herb, a smaller amount, right? So that you can see what you like. So today we're going to be making this with fresh lavender, but you can use fresh lemon balm, fresh lemongrass, lemon verbena, rose geranium, calendula. There's so many things that you can do. So I want to give you permission to just experiment, but I'm going to show you just like a one herb cordial. And so this is going to be 1 cup of chopped fresh herb, which is going to be our lavender. And then I'm going to put in a half a teaspoon of nutmeg, because nutmeg is relaxing. And it really, there's something about nutmeg and lavender together that just is, it's a really nice flavor, but just a little bit of nutmeg, okay? You don't want to overpower things with the nutmeg. And lavender is just, it's incredibly antimicrobial, it helps you digest your meal, and it's relaxing. It's soothing, relaxing, calming to the nervous system, to the mind. And that's a great space to be in after you eat, is to just be relaxed. You digest your food better when you're relaxed. If you're stressed out, your ducts, D-U-C-T-S, all the ducts that squirt enzymes and hormones to help you digest don't work, right? So relaxation is really something that you want to cultivate when you're eating. And so this is we'll drink just a little bit after a meal, like a special occasion. I've already stripped the leaves. So the thing with the cool thing about lavender is you can use the leaf, right? If it's not in flower, you can use the leaf. And this is, there are so many varieties of lavender now. Oh my God, it's just gotten really crazy. But I like to use a French or English lavender, and it can be pretty much any variety. I don't use Spanish lavender. And also there's a lot of lavenders that, they've just hybridized the lavender so that the flower just knocks you off your feet, but there's hardly any smell. Have you seen those lavenders? And so when you smell that lavender, you want to smell that aroma, that fragrance, those oils. Those are the oils that go in and really have so much of the medicine, right? So you want a nice aromatic. I use French or English. And you're just going to chop it up. So I'm going to chop up these flowers. I use the upper stem, not the lower stem. Okay, so this makes it a little easier. Okay, so we're going to chop our lavender. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put in half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Pour the brandy over the top. Okay, so that is super simple, right? Super simple. And you see, again, the fresh material will rise to the top, but you can see how much here you've covered the herb. Like, this is how much the herb should be covered by, but the herb has risen to the top and it will settle down. It's just, but you covered it. Okay, so you just want to shake this. You want to let it sit for a month and shake it. And then you're going to decant it. Yeah, this is a nice one. So I have one that I've already made for you with fresh lavender and the nutmeg. We're just going to strain that out. And again, with the fresh herbs and anything fresh, you want to just let it passively sit or passively drip. You don't want to squeeze it, because you don't want to squeeze the water from the herb into your cordial. It will passively drip a little quicker. Here's a trick. If you lift it up, like, it'll drip quicker if you just lift it. Okay, so I'm not squeezing it. I'm just lifting it up so it drips a little faster for you. This is good. This is a good cordial. And that's pretty good. I'll let that drip. But again, you want to put this somewhere where it's not going to just sit for 6 weeks and then you come back later and go, oh yeah, there it is, right? You want to try to put it somewhere where you take a little time with it and shake it and think about it and think about the plant, think about who you're making it for. And the shaking, like for me, it's really like the time and the energy and the love that I put into my cordial. And that, you drink that, you drink. So it's not that far between here and here, And so when you think of the root word of cordial, it's cœur, liqueur, like liqueur, heart, And so a lot of the old traditional cordial recipes are talked about how they open the heart, they relax the heart. So I like to think of, my medicine and infuse my heart into it and my love, really. I put my love into my medicine. And, when you start to make a medicine that you find one, right? You find a cordial that you're like, yes, I like that. Everybody likes that. And then you maybe make it every year for a couple years, and then it starts to become like a tradition or a kitchen cultural thing that happens, kind of like, I don't know, what do you eat at Christmas? What do you eat at Hanukkah? You can start to have your herbal preparations be like that also. And then what happens is they kind of build. People start to request them, you start to crave them, right? Don't you crave the food that you grew up eating at Easter time or for your birthday cake? You know what I'm talking about? But your herbal preparations can be like that too. What you're doing is you're creating a kitchen culture that involves herbs and spices, and that's really what we want here. And what happens is you actually start to believe in your medicine, okay? Like after it works, after you feel that relaxation and you digested your meal better, you go, oh, okay. You start to actually believe in your medicine, and people around you believe in it, and people start to request it, and it just gains this kind of, I don't know if reputation is the right word, but it gathers momentum, and it, like I said, it's something that you can start to believe. And when you first start out making all the herbal stuff, you kind of go, is it going to work? Well, if it works so well, why didn't I learn about this? Why didn't anybody teach me? It's so easy. Like, why didn't nobody teach me how to do this if it's really such a great thing? Like all those thoughts, you just start to work all of that out, and you start to be able to feel over time, feel settled, and be able to really believe in your medicine, okay? And so I think I've talked long enough for this to drip. Again, you want to let the fresh stuff drip. All right. We've got a little bit more than a cup. So I'm just going to top it off with the honey to sweeten it. And this, you'll really enjoy this. This is very simple after dinner cordial. You want to shake it, get the honey all mixed in, right? Okay, then it's nice to store it in a pretty stock bottle. And I don't even know where I got this one. Thrift stores are a great place to get all these cool bottles. Okay, and then you have this out. And I really like cordial glasses. You should see my collection of cordial glasses there. It's kind of crazy. I have a whole shelf. So, there you go. That's your little ½ ounce after dinner. Or you can add it to some warm water, some seltzer water. Now you've got herbal. If you're going to drink some alcohol, might as well infuse some herbs into it. So, here you go.